What did you edit out of this novel, Plastic?
Well, hundreds of pages. Literally, I mean, honestly, I can't even count the drafts that I've had. I mean, there was a point when we discussed about this thing about finding your way in, and I know there was a good 100 pages that came off the front at one point. I had this this idea about my protagonist, Dr. Harry Previn, that he was, it's a redemption story of sorts. He's in a bad place when the story starts, and his wife has left him. I was very intrigued with, well, the idea, and it's a central idea about finding character through contradiction. So the idea that, and again, my character, my protagonist at that point in that study of it is different than he is now. At that time, he was a bit of a player. And now he isn't really. He's going through marital issues, but he's actually very committed to his marriage, and that's part of his loss that he carries with him. But the old Harry Previn, who was actually a guy named Dior, Harry Dior, D-I-O-R, like and he was, I remember we started the novel with this woman that comes over to his place banging on the door, and he was thinking, I just happened, it's funny, I had almost forgotten all of this, and I was looking, I have a big box of drafts. I was told always to keep your drafts. And I happened to see this early draft, and I thought I should look at this. And it starts with this banging, and he's dreaming about a rhinoplasty, that kind of the chisel on the nose. And actually it's somebody banging at the door, and there's this woman there who's like somebody that he basically couldn't get involved with women. Women were attracted to him, but or he was attracted to women, but he didn't like women that had work done to them. So if inevitably he ended up doing work on them, he didn't really want anything more to do with them because they were. And I thought there was an interesting contradiction, and I wanted to explore that and whatever. But here this woman she basically hadn't been hearing from him, and since the surgery in which she had this breast augmentation. And anyway, here it is, 3 in the morning, and he finally he doesn't want to let her in, but she comes in, and anyway, she ends up ripping her blouse up, and what's the matter? You don't like these? Or what? Anyway, it was a dramatic opening, but it was wrong, but anyway, all that was thrown out, and like I say, I found a different direction for him. He's a sculptor, he's an artist, and I thought exploring that was much more interesting. His wife is a painter, and in the current version, the final version, it's told through 2 points of view. So it's not just Previn, it's his wife, Helen, who's an artist and a civilian. She's not part of his world of beautiful people. But there is that aspect that remains of that Icarus thing of being attracted to these starlets, and he likes to be in that world of the stars. And so it's not a sexual thing. It's just and there are a lot of people in Hollywood like that just want to be around the action, the interesting, exciting people, and that's who he is. He's become one of the great surgeons of the stars, and but as they say, it's the Icarus story. You fly high. You can get burned, and that's what happens to Previn, and the story is the setup to the story.